So some say he must be related to Hagrid, the tall giant in Harry Potter, because he's so tall. All I know is he gives us the sport predictions every Friday here on Expresso. Garrin Lambley, welcome to Expresso. How did you like that?
Very impressive.
Lots happening in sports this weekend. Should we start with the British Open?
Indeed, a very busy weekend. The British Open, the 140th British Open, the oldest Open in the world, started yesterday at the Royal St George's course in Sandwich. South African golf has been going through a fantastic last 12 months. We hold two. Louis Oosthuizen in the British Open. He's the defending champion this week. Charles Schwartzel winning the Masters back in April. Unfortunately, the 10 South Africans in the field didn't make a great start in the first round. There was only one golfer under par for South Africa. That was George Coetzee. He's 1 under. He's 4 back of the first round leaders, Thomas Bjorn and some amateur, Tom Webb. So, not a great start. Unfortunately, Ernie Els, 2 over par. Louis Oosthuizen, also 2 over par. The big disappointment, probably, Retief Goosen, who started with a 6 over par, 76. He's got his work cut out for him just to make the cut, let alone contend for the victory. The wind was up. The guys that teed off late had the benefit of the calmest conditions. But today should be a fantastic round. Obviously, everyone playing to make the cut after the second round today.
And going over to rugby, Currie Cup kicks off tonight?
It does. You know, we've just finished the Super Rugby. There's no rest. No rest. Currie Cup starts this evening, like you say. The Lions up against the Pumas. The big game's tomorrow. The Sharks host the Blue Bulls in Durban. Western Province in action against Griquas as well. You know, the Currie Cup this year will be really a test of the depth of the teams because none of the Springboks are expected to be in action. They've obviously got the Tri-Nations, which starts next weekend, closely followed by the Rugby World Cup. So this will test the depth. The teams I expect to do well are those that haven't been affected by so many of their Springboks being withdrawn. Teams like the Lions, they haven't really lost that many players from the Super Rugby tournament. So they'll be contenders, even though they didn't do that well in the Super Rugby. I expect them to do well, along with the Cheetahs. The Bulls and the Sharks and Western Province, you know, half their team's pretty much been taken by Peter de Villiers into the Tri-Nations squad. And
things are hotting up in Tour de France at the moment.
They are. You know, we started with flat stages, if you like. So the climbers are now into their own territory, Alps, Pyrenees. That's where the tour will be decided. There have been hundreds of accidents. I don't think there's
I haven't seen one paper one day where they haven't seen an accident.
And some horrific accidents. You know, cars knocking riders into fences. Poor Johnny Hoogland, who was the king of the mountain leader, he had 33 stitches in his leg after he was sent cartwheeling into a barbed wire fence.
I saw the photos of him.
It was incredible. The video was traumatic to watch. So anyhow, yesterday was the first mountain stage, if you like. Alberto Contador, the defending champion, he actually struggled. They dropped him on the last climb, which was quite surprising. He's actually 4 minutes behind the leader. Frank Schleck, you know, his brother Andy was expected to be Contador's main contender. Frank Schleck, his brother, actually appears to be stronger at the moment. He actually finished 3rd on yesterday's stage. He's up to 2nd overall, so he could be the surprise package, if you like. In the green jersey category, Mark Cavendish, he's actually taken the green jersey at the moment. He struggled early on, but he's won 3 stages now. He'll be determined to carry that green jersey all the way to Paris. The race finishes Sunday week.
So you always here on a Friday giving us predictions on sport. It's always male-related sports. Right. I'm going to test your knowledge when it comes to female sports. Let's start with 2 things. I'm going to throw 2 words for you. Soccer, Female Soccer World Cup, and female South African hockey.
Okay. Soccer World Cup. It's a 6th tournament. It's been played in Germany at the moment. Finals actually this Sunday. USA against Japan. Not your perennial powerhouses of football in the men's.
Japan beat Germany this week.
They did
as well. Wow.
In the quarterfinals, and America upset Brazil, who are a fantastic team. So they're into the final. America is actually the #1 ranked women's team. Japan are number 4. America looking for their 3rd title. They've got some fantastic players. I've really been impressed with the football that's been on show. From a South African point of view, the national team, Banyana, they're struggling a little bit. They're ranked 58th in the latest rankings. Unfortunately, they're not likely to make it to any of the World Cups unless, of course, we host like we did last year. But, you know, things are looking up. But the football has been incredible. I can't tell you how many people have popped around to the Sport24 team and said, have you guys been watching this football? It's unbelievable.
But come on, you've got to admit, the girls are good looking in those
incredibly
teams.
Good
yeah,
looking.
We're going to have to post some of those photos on our Facebook page.
We will do. And then very quickly, the hockey team. Peter Coetzee, the standout player. She's the striker. She just broke the world record for number of goals scored. She's got 225 in 227 tests, which is unbelievable. She's been rewarded for her performance with a nomination as SA Sportswoman of the Year at the SA Sports Awards, which will take place in Sun City next weekend. Fantastic for her. They've just come back from Ireland where they finished 5th. They've got another tour to the UK coming up next week. The itinerary hasn't been finalised yet, but we will report on it as soon as we know.
Well, Garrin, thank you for being put under the test and not only reporting about male sports, but female sports as well. And we're hearing how well our female hockey players are doing. Now it's time to find out what goes on behind the scenes when it comes to training and nutrition when it comes to playing the sport of hockey.